Hi, my people. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're watching me from. Today is that day of our new year 2023. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I hope that you crossed over the year well. I hope that you're good and that you're doing fine. Yeah, and we thank God for bringing us this far. We thank God for the blessings to see the new year. We thank God for everything that He has done for us in the year 2022. We look forward to a great year in the year 2023. And today I just want to do a short and brief video of how my foster parenting journey has been. And today I just want to speak of some moments that I have behind scenes, behind the camera, behind the curtains, some moments that I go through without people knowing. And I just felt it's good that we talk. Sometimes I am happy that I have you as my family and you're there with me. I can talk to you, and that's why I always say comment down there, because every time I'm reading your comment, it's not just any other routine of reading the comments. Is for me is the connection, feeling that I am connecting to someone, feeling that somebody is talking to me, feeling that I'm talking to somebody. It means a lot to me. And this morning I just want to let you know that you are a big blessing to me. I'm happy to God for giving me such a big family. I'm happy for having you in our family, where we are raising these 3 kids, my foster daughters that we rescued from Korogocho slums in the year 2020, after realizing that their father was sexually molesting them. And if you didn't watch that full story, I'm going to put the link down there on my description box. I'm also going to pin the comment that has the link. You can go back and watch story. It's a long story. And these 3 girls didn't have a mother. They only lived with their biological father, who turned to be a monster in their lives. And I came across these girls, and the mother in me could not allow me just watch and ignore what they were going through. And so when they remained homeless after their father got arrested, I decided to give them my home, to be their home. And I decided to be their new mother. And that's how I am their foster mom. And they are my foster daughters. And we have walked a journey since the year 2020 together. I thank God for this farm. The most interesting part of my journey as a foster mom is as the caregiver, as the person caring for these girls. Rarely do you get people to ask, how are you? Me as a person, how am I? I remember I mentioned this in one of the follow-up video that we did with Lynn Gugi. And I was telling Lynn Gugi, one of the down moments in my journey as a foster mom is that everybody is up and about, concerned about the 3 girls, concerned about their well-being, how they are going on with their lives, how are they doing, what are the kind of progresses they are making, what are the kind of milestones they are marking. I'm happy for that. I appreciate that. But there are times I just broke down. And I remember when in the year 2021, I went into depression. I remember I crossed paths with some people because people are asking me things I'm not able to contain. At that moment, myself, I'm not okay. I'm not literally okay. I'm not doing okay. I'm not well. But people want to push you into things and ask you about this, ask you about that, get feedback about this. And when you're depressed, sometimes you find yourself doing things that are not the things that you do when you're okay. Because when you're depressed, you're not okay. You're not yourself. And so I remember, like, there's one particular lady I really love. And I don't know what exactly she was asking me at that time. And I think she found me at that time when I was really breaking down. And I must have answered her in a way that later I didn't like it. Because I found myself asking her, you are asking me all this. Do you mind to ask me about how am I? Me as Gladys, do you mind to ask me, how are you, Gladys? How are you doing, Gladys? You know, you're pushing me to give reports on this. You're giving me to give update on this. You know, you're pushing me to do this and that. Do you stop and ask, how are you, Gladys? And I think on the other side, it got her the wrong way. And it was not good. But later, when now I was back in my senses, because when you're in depression, you're not in your normal senses. It takes somebody who loves you so much, and somebody who really cares about you, to know that you're not okay, to accept you when you make mistakes, to understand that you're making those mistakes not because you wanted to. You're talking the way you're talking not because you wanted to talk like that. You're answering the way you're answering simply because you're not in the right state of mind. It takes somebody who truly loves you. And so later, when I was back in my senses, I really felt this is somebody that I treasure in my life. She's the lady that we had become very good friends. And so I felt maybe I went overboard by bringing out what is going in my life. Maybe I shouldn't have asked her whether she cares to ask about myself. How am I? Maybe I should have just let the conversation flow in the line of the girls. But at that time, I remember I was getting to a point whereby I'm really getting so frustrated. I was, you know, those desperate moments where you're like, who asks me, Gladys, how are you? Who cares about your day-to-day life, how you're going on with life? Because the impression, like most people got when I became the foster mom, and when I started caring for these girls and having them in my house, the assumption many people have is that she's doing this because she's strong. She's doing this because she's okay. I don't refuse. I am a strong woman. And I know most of those people out there who have ever been told, you are a strong woman, you are a strong man, you are a strong person, they're going to relate this. They're going to relate to this, because many are times when you're dying alone, many are times when you're fighting battles within you, battle after battle. But because everybody tells you you are a strong woman, you're a strong man, you put up a face out there, you want to smile when you don't even feel like smiling. You want to show that all is okay when all is not okay, because everybody is telling you you're a strong person. And so you die alone, like a lone ranger. You know, you're soldiering alone. in a battlefield that nobody has an idea of exactly what you're going through. And that is what I want to talk about today. And maybe I'll be speaking on behalf of many others, and more especially the caregivers. Caregivers are not given attention. Caregivers are often forgotten. Caregivers are often not given that keen eye or that keen attention, because when somebody finds you in a position of being a caregiver, the very first and very quick assumption that comes is that, oh, you're doing this, you must be a very strong person. You're so much okay to a point you want to do this. And that's a wrong assumption that people have out there. And today I just want to speak on behalf of many other caregivers and just let people know caregivers too need care. Caregivers also need somebody that can raise up, be the stronger one, be the bigger person in the picture, and ask, because this person is caring for this and this, because this person is a go-to person for so many people, because so many people depend on this one person. Who cares for her or for him? Who cares for him? Because she loves all these people, because he loves all these people. Who loves her as a person? Who loves him as a person? Because I remember that time we did that follow-up video with Lynn. I was telling Lynn, one of the things that was making me go into depression is that I received girls who had never experienced a mother's love. These girls had never had a mother's warmth, a mother's tight hug, a mother's love. You know, these girls maybe just heard of a mother from other kids. So when I received them and when I brought them into my house, I found them so thirsty, so hungry for mother's love, extra thirsty for mother's love. And so these girls would demand, they're innocent, they don't know they're demanding it, but they would demand to be loved and loved and loved and loved. They would, you know, I know none of us gets enough of being loved, but I lack words to explain that they would never get enough of being loved. They would never get enough of being hugged by a mom, not just being hugged by anybody else, but just being hugged by someone that they can call a mother. And so, like, I find myself, any minute I get out of my bedroom, the minute they hear the door lock opening, they all run at my doorstep and they line up and they want I hug them one after the other, one after the other. They are expecting that huge, big, warm, tight hug from a mother, not knowing there could be those moments when their mother wake up and she is the one that needs that big, tight hug. They don't know that. All they know is that they need to be hugged, they need to be loved. They need to be told, Mommy loves you, I love you, I love you. They don't know there are those days, even their mom would wake up and she also wants somebody to just say, I love you. You know, they will be there and waiting and telling you about how their day was, telling you about this, the teacher said this, my friend did this, it happened like this, and you are taking it all from all of them. The four of them, 3 fostered my daughter, and even also we have our house manager in the number, so there are 5. So you are taking it all from the 5 people. 5 people are telling you how their day was. 5 people are telling you their frustrations. 5 people are telling you their problems that they need you to solve for them. 5 people are telling you their demands, their needs, what they want. 5 people want you to love them. 5 people want you to care for them. 5 people want you to be there for them. Those are just the 5 in my house. And they don't care about those days that you, or maybe they don't know about those days you wake up and you're the one who you are the one now on the other side. You are the one who needs somebody to ask, how are you? You're the one who needs somebody to hug you. You're the one who needs somebody to tell you I love you. You're the one who wants somebody to ask you how was your day. You're the one who wants somebody to tell about this and this, about this problem, ask for solution and all that. It is a tricky situation, and more especially when you're doing this as a single mom like I am doing. My foster journey has been purely by the grace of God. Sometimes I pinch myself to feel whether I'm really doing this, or to feel whether it's really me doing this, but I came to conclude that this could only be God who is giving me the grace to do this. Because parenting, even when you're parenting just your own, as a single parent, single-handedly, is not easy. It's not easy. And so here you are with 3 more extra kids. You know, sometimes I look at my married friends and I'm like, aren't they lucky? Aren't they blessed? That when this child has a problem, you can tell them, wait, I'm going to tell your daddy. Wait, your father is coming. And they say, Mommy, I need this, and they're not able to give. They can tell the child, wait, that daddy will come and you'll tell daddy what you need. But here you are a single parent. When they bring it all to you, it is you to absorb it all, it's you to take it all, it's you to find solution for it all. And so there are those moments when you break down, there are those moments when you get crushed, there are those moments you wish you just have that one person that will ask you, how are you? Unfortunately, sometimes it's hard to get that person to care for you that much. It's hard to get that person who cares for you in equal measure of how you care for these others without getting tired. It's hard to get somebody to be there for you like you are being there for these others without getting tired. You know, until sometimes you're like, in that time you ask, am I that a heavy burden? Me, I'm carrying a burden of 3 lives, 3 girls. Does it mean that me as Gladys, I'm that heavy, or I'm that a big issue, or I'm that a big bother to get somebody who can be fully so dedicated and committed and just be there to say, she is caring for 3 foster daughters, I want to care for just her one as a person. So sometimes you can't understand it. I don't know. Sometimes maybe it's God who puts it that way. But my foster parenting journey hasn't been a walk in the park. And the biggest assumption that I have to fight every day is that everybody sees you to be okay. Everybody feels that you are okay. Everybody feels that you are this strong person. You know, you are able to find your life about life issues. You are able to find paths around life issues. You are able to do this and this and this for yourself. You know, you can be self-sustained by your own self. But that's not usually the case. as a caregiver, sometimes you also need somebody to just ask you, how are you? How are you? Like recently I did a video, and I'm giving this example on a very light note. I did a video of a good Samaritan that came on board and offered to buy all my 4 children the Christmas clothes and the Christmas shoes. I'm very grateful. I'm super grateful, because you have no idea how much of a budget was lifted off my shoulders. Budgeting for 4 kids, everyone clothes and shoes. Ooh, 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 ooh. It's quite something. And for them, it's Christmas. They have to get shoes and clothes. So when God sent this angel who did the Christmas shopping for my kids, I was so relieved, and I was deeply happy in my heart. So we went, did the shopping for the girls, bought their clothes, bought their shoes, and we came back home, and every girl had clothes and shoes for Christmas and clothes and shoes for the New Year celebration. And I'm up to today, I'm eternally happy. I'm grateful. Let it never be mistaken. I'm super grateful. I'm super happy, and I appreciate the fact that God speaks to people differently, and God could directly speak to you to care for those kids, to just be there for the girls, to just support the girls, to just mind about the girls and be there for the girls. I appreciate that, and I respect that perspective. But later, as a human being, you just sit down and ask. I remember when we went for that shopping, the only thing that I bought for myself is some 3 pairs of socks, because I needed some socks, and I tried to squeeze in the budget, and that's the only thing I could buy for myself. And so when we came back home, everybody was excited and everybody was happy. Me too. I was happy to see my girls happy, and to see my girls excited. I was super happy. But then, as a human being, there's that thing you feel, or you ask your mind and you say, if I had a husband, maybe he could have bothered to care that Gladys doesn't have anything. She didn't buy anything for herself. She didn't have a dress or shoe for herself, or something like that. Or if there was somebody who would be there to ask, okay, the kids are sorted, the girls are sorted, so how about you, Gladys? How about you as a person? How about you? So there comes those times, but because you are this strong person, you choose and decide to continue being this strong person that the world sees in you. But today I just chose to do this video, and I want to keep it very brief. I want to keep this video very brief. I want to say thank you to everybody that has been there for our girls. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the emotional support. May God bless you. I also want to pass an information on behalf of many other caregivers out there all over the world. Please, if God enables you, if God blesses you, be there for the caregivers too. Be there for the caregivers too. Be concerned about the caregivers. Talk to the caregivers. Ask about them. Ask after they give care to whoever they are giving care to. Who gives care to them? After they give love to those that they are giving love to, who loves them back? Who takes care of them? After they have people talk to them about their issues, who does this caregiver talk to? So that's the message I would love to pass out there. And actually, I came to analyze and see that in that time when I was getting into depression in the year 2021, it was because of not having somebody care about me, ask me as Gladys, how am I? What am I going through in life? How is life in general? How are things with me as Gladys, as a person? Because remember, and I want to give a big salute to the single parents. Be it a single mother or a single father, a big salute to you. A big God bless you, because when you're a single parent, you get into that house, you're the only grown-up person in that house. You're the only grown-up person, such that all these kids in that house will come talk to you, vent to you, let you know their needs, let you know what they are planning, let know about things bothering them, let you know about things that they need fixed in their life, let you know about their challenges. But you being the only adult in that house, you don't have somebody to tell about things going on in your life. And that's where now I pray, may God send caregivers may God give caregivers, other people to care for them. It's not easy. It's not easy. At times I feel like we are only being the caregivers because God has given us that grace to do it, because it's God's work, because it's the assignment from God. But honestly speaking, it's not easy for the caregivers. It's not a walk in the park for the caregivers. I know I'm speaking for many, many more millions and billions of other caregivers out there. So what I would say, if you know of any caregiver out there, please reach out to them. Reach out to them. Don't only ask them about the sick person they are taking care of. Don't ask them about the situation they are taking care of. Ask them about themselves. Ask them, how was your day? Ask them what's happening in your life as a person. Take them on a date. Buy them something. Be there for them. Treat them. Take them out for coffee. Take them out on a date. Pamper them. Love them. Them as individuals. Them as caregivers. As those individuals. Just be there for them and appreciate them. Sometimes the load on the shoulder of the caregiver is too much. Sometimes the only time a caregiver gets to rest is when he or she is on their bed. And at times you go on that bed and you're not even able to sleep because of the loads and loads and loads of things that you're carrying on your shoulders. So let's be there to care for the caregivers. Let us be sensitized to the fact and to the idea that also caregivers need care. Caregivers need support. As they go out there to support others, they also need people to support them. As they go out there to help others, they also need people to help them. As they go out there to love others, they also need people to love them. As they go out there to warmly embrace others, they also need people to warmly embrace them. They are not always okay. Caregivers are not always okay. Caregivers are not always these strong people. They break down. They go through issues. Be there for them. Show them love. Show them care. And let them know that you appreciate the work they are doing. And that's why I tell you, I always set aside my time to read your comments. Because when I read your comments and just somebody is telling you, I see what you're doing an amazing work. Just that one sentence is so super encouraging. So any other time that you come across this caregiver in your area or anywhere you are, please show them some extra love. Don't just ask them about has the sick person taken medication, have they taken their food, have you checked on their diet. Ask them about you as a person. How are you doing? You as a person, have you taken a shower? You as a person, have you just taken a 10 minutes walk outside there to just unwind? You as a person, have you eaten? Simple things like that. Be there for them. the load the caregivers carry, it's only by the grace of God that we do what we are able to do. If it's like in our country here in Kenya, where you get 3 girls to foster in your home and no support from any quarters in the government literally has no support system for foster parenting. So when these girls go to school, you have to pay. When they go to hospital, you have to pay. When they need anything, it is all upon you. It's super difficult, and more especially when you're doing it as a single parent. I know there are single parents who are doing it all over the world, even single fathers. I know of a single father who is also doing foster parenting. So if you come across these people who are gone out there to give their lives for others, please be there for them. And to the family members, a big issue now is the family members. It is quite an encounter with the family members because like when you go out there to do foster parenting, the assumption in the family members is that you are super rich. You have it all. You have too much, you know. And so every family member wants you to help them in this way, want you to help them in that way. You know, they are expecting you to be their support system, because if you are going out there to pick kids to come and help in your house, you can also help them. And when you don't help them, it doesn't go so well. It doesn't go so well with them. They can talk and talk and talk. They can say things, you know. So with the family members, if you're a family member of somebody that has been assigned by God to be a caregiver, please go slow on them. Sometimes we are doing what we are doing to give this care, not because we put ourselves into that situation. Sometimes it's hearing the voice of God. You heard the voice of God. You clearly heard God instructing you, go out there and feed the street children. Go out there and buying this medication to this sick person, regardless of the high cost of the medication. Go out there and be paying school fees for these particular kids, regardless of how much their school fees is. And so when the family members see you doing it, going extra and going out there to pay school fees for people out there, going extra outside there to feed people out there, going extra and being out there to feed the street children, to be there for the sick people, to be there for a certain family, please, family members, go slow. We do not do this because we have too much. Sometimes it's a ministry put in somebody's heart. Sometimes it's a voice one heard from God that they cannot disobey. You know, when God assigns you to do something and you're super, super, super clear in your mind, it is God that assigned you to do it. You can't escape from it. You can't disobey. Like the reason why I chose to keep the person who did our Christmas shopping for our girls anonymous is because this person could have heard from God, go and buy Gladys's kids clothes and shoes for Christmas. And they know in their deepest spirit, in the innermost person, they know God said, go and buy these kids that Gladys has shoes and Christmas for Christmas. Shoes and dresses for Christmas. So regardless of the budget, regardless of whether that person has too much or doesn't have too much, they have to obey that voice. This person comes from a family, and their family, they are people who would expect the person to buy them shoes and clothes. But this person has not bought them shoes and clothes despite of them being their blood and their relatives and their family. This person came over an extra to buy shoes and clothes for Christmas for kids Gladys has in her house, for kids she has never met, for kids she does not know too much about. It's a voice, could be this person obeyed. And that is the more reason, even when we did that video, we kept that person anonymous. And I have come to learn it's very important to keep any person helping, any person supporting you, is just good to keep them anonymous. Just keep them anonymous to save them from unnecessary battles. Because somebody will hear Gladys helped you in this and this, and then they will come and say, Gladys, I heard you helped this and this, please also me help here. If Gladys is not able to help here, it becomes a battle. So I have come to realize the importance of keeping destiny helpers and support system as anonymous as possible. Sometimes it's because of the family battles that people fight. I have fought those family battles where now everybody sees you as a rich person. So if you're not helping them, you are in trouble with them. And I know this happens to so many other caregivers out there. You are out there to help, but people sees you like somebody that they can use also to get help. And when you don't do for them, you are in big trouble. So I would love to communicate to the family members kindly. When you see one of your own going out there to go extra and support somewhere else, it's not that they want to be extravagant. It's not that they want to go and show out. It's not that they want to go and show off. It's not that they want to go and be extra out there and forget about you in the family. No, at times is a burden they feel in their heart. At times is a voice they hear in their heart. And this one even becomes a bigger problem when it is in the case of a husband and wife. Maybe the husband feels deep in their heart, I need to support in this cause. But when the wife learns about it, it's trouble in the house. And the vice versa. Maybe the wife feels, I need to support here and do this and this and that. But when the husband learns about it, it's trouble in the house. It's difficult. Sometimes it's the children in the family. Maybe God has blessed your children. They are out there, they are doing well. They feel they want to bless so-and-so. They want to carry the burden for so-and-so. They want to support so-and-so. They want to educate a certain child, maybe even in the neighborhood. And these children really want to go out there and be a blessing out there in the community. But when their own parent get to learn about it, all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose. And so you find most of the time these children now, because they don't want to be in trouble with their parents, who will accuse them in all way. You are going out there to care for other people. I gave birth to you. I carried you in my womb for 9 months. I took you to school. I'm your mother. I'm your father. What you're doing outside there, you're out there. You're not doing for me as your parent, because they want to avoid all those battles and all those fights. They miss on their opportunity of touching lives. They miss on the opportunity of going out there to help. They just sit back and get stranded and they don't know what to do. And they miss on a big blessing. And I would love to caution the family members. If you are the wife and you hear your husband saying, God has led me to do this and this, please allow him to do it. It could be the source of an open door for your family. If you are the husband and you hear your wife saying, I hear God leading me to support this and this, I hear God leading me to do this and this, sit as a family and agree, and don't feel offended. It could be an open door calling for you. It could be blessings calling for you. Just allow them be. If your kids are blessed, just be in God's perfect will. Allow them to be. If they are your children, they have what they give you as the parents, and they have extra what they want to go out there and touch other lives and do things for the other people. Please allow them. If you are the children and God has blessed you and your parents want to go out there and bless other people, please give them that chance. It could be a big blessing from God calling you calling for your family, but it has to go through a long route of you first touching a life for that blessing to come through. And I want to appreciate the family of my friend that I also I also kept anonymous when I did that video of how we were gifted with a piece of land, you know. And I saw something extraordinary, because I remember the person who took me to see the land, handed over the title deed to me, was the son and the daughter-in-law of this particular lady. And I was amazed. You know, I was like, they were like, as a family, we have sat down, we have decided we want to gift you with a piece of land for the wonderful job you're doing to take care of the 3 girls. And you know, their mom was not even present. Their mom had just sent them. So they were like, Mommy sent us, and she told us to hand over this title deed to you. And she also told us to take you to where the land is, to show you the land. In my mind, I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. What a family. What a children. You know, children that are allowing their mom to implement what she had in her heart, God speaking to her about. The mom had the voice of God saying, go and bless the family of Gladys with this piece of land, and give them the title deed to ensure that they completely own up that land. And when the mom spoke to the kids, they did not have any objection. They did not have any hard feelings. You know, they were just receiving phone calls from their mother. Do this, go here, meet Gladys, give her this, do this. And they just allowed her to be. So I would love to encourage every family member, please do not let jealous overtake you when you hear that one of you has been chosen by God to go out there and be a blessing. Remember Joseph, when Joseph was in Egypt, and God raised him. He went there as a prisoner, and God raised him to a point of being the prime minister. It is because of him being in Egypt that his whole family got help. So sometimes God would choose one person in your family to be used in a certain area, to be used to touch somebody in the community, to be used to give back to the community, to be used to touch a life of somebody, to be used to pay a hospital bill of somebody who was dying in hospital, you know. And once that one is done, it becomes like a lineup of blessings for the entire family. But the minute you keep stopping people from doing that, no, this is my husband. My husband's money is for me and the children. My wife's money is for me and my children. My children's money is for me. I'm their parent. I'm the one who raised them up. My parents' money and property is for me and my siblings. You could be locking a big gate of blessing for you. You could be a big hindrance to God's blessings in your life. So families, let's go slow. Let's go slow. Personally, how God picked me from my family to be the person who is going to be in the lives of these 3 foster daughters can't be explained in words. I remember when I had these daughters of mine for the very first time, and I was not very sure whether to let them stay in my house or to let them go to a children's home, and I was confused. And I invited Bishop Jane Kingori to come over to our home. And that particular day when Bishop Jane Kingori was coming over to our home, actually she was coming so that in her big car, she can help me carry these girls, carry their clothes and shoes, and take them to a children's home. But immediately she stepped into our compound, God spoke to her. And God spoke to Bishop Jane Kingori 3 things that I chose to obey. Number 1, God told Bishop Kingori to tell me, Bishop Jane Kingori to tell me, tell Gladys, these kids are going nowhere. These kids are in their home. These kids, this is where God intends them to be. So the mission of taking them to a children's home has just ended and has just been cancelled. That is number 1 thing that Bishop Jane Kingori spoke to me. Number 2, God told Bishop Jane Kingori to tell Gladys, I, God, am the one who has visited her house, hidden in form of children. And the reason the girls are 3 is because I have visited the house of Gladys in my Trinity as God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. I am in her home in my Trinity. Tell her she is hosting me in my Trinity in her home. That was super humbling. And when God said to Bishop Jane to tell me that he has visited my home in his Trinity, that's why the girls are 3, he said, tell Gladys she has cried to me over years. She has been crying out to me, God visit me, God visit me. And I have come to answer her prayer. I have come to visit her house, and I am in her house in my Trinity. And the last and the third thing that God told Bishop Jane to tell me is that tell Gladys, these kids that I have put in her house are a platform of blessings to many. I will want to bless many through these kids. Anyone that will touch their lives and be in their lives, I will bless them. But tell Gladys, if she hides, and the word I keep saying that was used and emphasized, if Gladys chooses to hide these kids in the children's home, where they will not be reached by many, and many will eventually miss their blessings, tell Gladys she'll be answerable before God why many missed their blessings. And I have never doubted any of the 3. For sure, I had prayed, God visit me. God has visited me in his Trinity in my house. For sure, now I agree with everything that has been happening in our lives since the year 2020. This is where God wanted these kids to be. This is their home. And for sure, I have had phone calls and phone calls after phone calls of people telling me, Gladys, when I supported your girls, God opened this door for me. Gladys, when I supported those kids, God did this and this for me. God saved me from this. You know, I've had testimony. So when God said that God intends to use these kids as a platform of blessings to many, I don't doubt an inch of that. So I only acted in obedience to have these girls in my home, you know. And when now maybe many or most of my family members would see me doing that, they would think it's because I'm too rich or because I have too much. No, it's a voice that I obeyed. And I want to let you know, family members of other caregivers, family members of people who are philanthropic, please don't be too harsh on them. Sometimes you see them doing things for charity. It's not that they have too much. It's not that they're neglecting to do the things to you and they go do them outside there. It's a voice they had and it's hard to explain. And the biggest lesson I have learned is keep the destiny helpers, keep the supporters, keep the support system anonymous to save them from battles that they may not wish to fight, and battles that you would also not want them to fight. So may God bless you so much. And on that note, I want to appreciate one person. I call her my sister, given by God, and she just chose to bless me this year. As you can see, my eyebrows are nicely done. I know you can see them and you love them. You love how they are looking. And I did them yesterday on the 2nd of January 2023 because I had not done my eyebrows for so long, so long. Because I don't know what just comes. I don't know. I was just in that phase of not really being so keen of taking care of myself. And so this sister of mine said, I want your eyebrows done. And she took the bill, paid for me. and had my eyebrows done nicely. I know I see they're looking nice and cute. I know you love them. And so this is what I mean by when somebody reaches out to a caregiver as an individual. You know, I really felt loved. I really felt appreciated. You know, I really felt this lady wants to do something for me as Gladys, me particularly as Gladys. Not and you know, she really specified. She said that one is not for the girls, that one is not for the 3 girls, that one is for you. Go treat yourself, go do some nice eyebrows for yourself, go look all cute and all beautiful. And she was very intentional and very particular that I have taken care of your eyebrows, Bill. Go get your eyebrows done and feel good. And that is not for the children, it is for you as Gladys. I'm grateful. I'm super, super grateful. May God bless her. May God fill her pocket. May she forever have her cup overflowing with the blessings of God. And now this is what I mean. Please reach out to the caregivers. You see, something like this has really energized me, rejuvenated me. I look at how my eyebrows are cute and beautiful eyebrows. I'm so grateful, and may God bless you. Reach out to caregivers. Buy a handbag for them. Take them to a spa. Let them get a massage. Pay an out for them. I remember in the year 2021 Christmas, we had another sister of ours whom I also kept anonymous. You know, she sent the entire family, me and my entire family, for a vacation. And I was like, wow, we've never gone for such a big and beautiful vacation. And so I would encourage many out there, particularly reach out to a caregiver. Take them out, take them to a dinner, take them to a coffee, buy them a dress, buy them a shoe, buy them a handbag, visit them, embrace them, you know, treat them, let them go get that massage, let them go get that pedicure, let them go get that manicure, do their hair, do their facial. Just send them money without telling them it's for the kids. Tell them that's for you. Spend it on you, spoil you, pamper you, treat you. My message today on this video is, let's take care of the caregivers. And may God bless you. May you have a fantastic year. May you have a year of God's abundance. May God restore you. Read Psalms 126 from verse 1 to the end. May God restore you until when you look at yourself, when people look at you, they will be like them that dreamt, because God will have transformed your life so much. God will have blessed your life so much. God will have extended your territory so much until people will look at you and feel like they are dreaming. God will have blessed you and done you well. God bless you. I love you, and please subscribe. Let's grow this channel of touching lives through love. Let's grow this channel and hit that notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you are among the first people to be notified. And remember, please click the like button. Every time you watch our video, like, because the more you like, the more YouTube is likely to recommend our video to be watched by many other people. So God bless you. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and we love you so much. Have a fantastic 2023 full of God's blessings and God's favor in all that you do. God bless you. Love you. Mwah. See you in our next video.